Studying abroad can be the start of an exciting postgraduate adventure until you start thinking about your tuition fees, your living costs. But what if I told you that there are 13 countries in Europe and across the world where you can study your PhD for free or for very little? Stick around as we run through the cheapest countries you can study your PhD as an international student. This is a public university edition, as many private universities set their own tuition fees, which can be more expensive. Number 1, Austria. If you're from the EU or the EEA, you are in luck, as Austria has no PhD tuition fees for public research university programs. If you are an international student, then there are tuition fees to pay, but these are capped at a maximum of 726.72 euros per semester, which is quite affordable compared to a lot of other countries. Now, if your course does run longer than 3 years, then you do have to pay an additional semester fee charge of 360 euros per semester. And every student is also required to pay a small student union's contribution of around 20 euros per semester. Number 2, Germany, one of the most affordable places you can study your PhD in Europe, as Germany's public universities have no PhD tuition fees for all PhD students. Now, there is a small admin fee, which is around 100 to 350 euros, and also additional semester fee charges that you have to pay if your course does run longer than 3 years. Number 3, Czech Republic, home to Europe's most historic universities and public institutions, which also offer free PhD study for all students. The only catch is you'll have to complete your PhD in Czech. Now, for the language warriors, this probably sounds like music to your ears, and for those who require those English programs, they are available, but they do come with those additional fees. Number 4, Denmark. If you're an EU, EEA and Swiss student enrolling at a public university in Denmark, then there are no PhD fees for you to pay. For those international students that have a resident permit, you might be eligible for a free PhD. For all other students, the costs for a PhD in Denmark are around 6,000 to 16,000 euros per year. And an added bonus of studying in Denmark is the free government-funded Danish lessons that you could take up. Number 5, Finland. Located in Northern Europe, Finland offers free PhD study to all students, no matter their nationality. If you do apply for a scholarship, this means that you can use it to support your living costs, which can be high depending on the city that you study in. Number 6, Norway. PhD students in Norway are considered as employees, which means they have access to workers' rights and a doctoral salary. So there are no fees for you to pay. Now, there are a small student union's contribution that you do have to pay, which is around 50 to 100 euros per semester. Number 7, Saudi Arabia. There are no tuition fees, and this is why. For you to study at a Saudi university and receive an international visa, you have to win a full or partial scholarship. Number 8, Sweden. With no tuition fees, no admin fees, for PhD students studying at state-funded universities, Sweden makes a great and affordable place for your study abroad. You may also be considered as an employee at a university, depending on the university and the PhD program that you study. This could mean that you get paid a study grant of up to 1,500 euros per month. Next up are a few honourable mentions that we've added in that might not be free, but still affordable for your study abroad. Number 9, Brazil. For Brazilian students studying at public universities, there are no PhD tuition fees for them to pay. Now, there are some universities that do offer international students free PhDs, but you'll have to check this with the university directly. Number 10, France. Sadly not for free, but incredibly cheap for all PhD students. As set by the French ministry, all doctoral students have to pay a fixed fee of 391 euros per year. Number 11, Hungary. For state-funded schools in Hungary, there's usually no fees to pay for EU, EEA and Swiss students. The only downside is that there are limited numbers of PhD programs available for international students. Number 12, the Netherlands. Like Norway and Sweden, who see you as an employee and therefore bless you with a doctoral salary instead of fees, this is the same case for the Netherlands. The only difference is that this is heavily dependent on which doctoral candidate type that you would fall under. Number 13, New Zealand. Last but not least, universities in New Zealand do not offer free PhDs, but do offer them at an affordable price, from $2,800 to $4,700 per year. There you have it, 13 countries in Europe and across the world where you could study a PhD for an affordable price. To help you out with your study abroad journey, we also have country-specific guides on our website on each of the countries mentioned in this video, and also other countries that you may be considering for your study abroad. This is going to help walk you through not just your tuition fees, but your living expenses and even travel costs, health insurance. There's so many things that you have to consider, and that is why we're here to help.